Hi there, my name is Jennifer Dixon with Green Valley Nation, and today we're going to talk about the Indica Raw Hemp 3%. The Indica Raw Hemp 3% has 300 milligrams of full spectrum supercritical CO2 extracted hemp inside each bottle. The bottle is 10 milliliters and has about 30 milligrams of CBD per dropper full, which is about 1 milligram of CBD per drop. If you are wanting to stay up to date on all of the latest in the hemp industry, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. The Indica story is actually really cool. This is the very first brand to sell hemp products online. They actually control the entire product from the little bitty seed until you get the bottle. They have a little over 2,000 acres at the time of this recording, all in Northern Europe, Denmark area. When you order your product, because it is both in Europe and in the US and a headquarters in California, it takes about 3 days. I got mine just in under 3 days from the time that I placed my order online until the time that I got it in my house. So they're really on target with their shipping times too. Another really great thing about the Indica Raw Hemp number 3 or 3% is that it includes both CBD and CBD A. So the difference between the two are mainly the biggest difference is the CBD A is the non-heated, the non-decarboxylated. Ooh, say that one really fast. And so you're getting slightly different benefits because you get to have both CBD A and CBD. Both of them are great for inflammation, anxiety, and things of that nature, but the fact is you're getting both of them in this particular product, so that helps to aid in the entourage effect. So each bottle is 10 milliliters. It only has one flavor, and that is natural. It is very natural. And like I said, one drop is about 1 milligram, and a full dropper is about 30 milligrams. It comes with a non-marked glass dropper, and you'll notice that it's very dark. It's a very dark full spectrum product. For me, I normally don't take 30 full milligrams of CBD, although I did do it at night and it was amazing to help me sleep. So during the day, I generally take about a quarter of a dropper because I am not good enough to count those drops underneath my tongue. So let's try it. Indica uses a hemp seed oil as its carrying base, and it is non-GMO, it is organic, and it is created or manufactured in a GMP certified facility. That means every single time you take this product, every single time you buy this product, you know exactly what you're going to get. It is a very high quality product with consistent results from their test, which, by the way, they do a really good job of showing you and giving you access to their test. So on the side of the box, you'll see a little bitty UPC code, and on the back is actually digits that are stamped on there with, it looks like a date and a 4-digit code. That was a little confusing to me at first, honestly, when I went in to type in the batch number, but basically it's the last 4 digits that you need for the batch. It's also on the side of the bottle. So if we stand it up and then turn it, you're going to see those same dates and 4 digits. In order to find the test results, you have to go to their website, and there is a tab on the far right where it's quality control. And then what you do is you search for, they give it to you in like 50 batch numbers, so you have to go into your drop down to about your 50 range and then find it. Let's dive a little deeper into the test results. So something that Indica does really well is they tell you everything, probably even more than most people want to know. You're going to get the microbial reports. You're going to see how they tested for pesticides, which, by the way, both of those tested non-detectable. And then they show you the different terpenes as well as cannabinoids inside their product. So something that I definitely wanted to make sure that you are aware of that Indica did is this is called the Indica Raw Hemp 3 for 3%. If you look at the test results, you'll actually find that it's actually a little bit more than 3% of the total concentration. It's like 3.3%. And I know that that's not a ton of a difference. However, in an age where everyone's trying to round up and sell you more, I really appreciated the fact that these guys were like, hey, it's just 3%, even though they're giving you more than that. And so that just kind of spoke volumes to me about the corporate culture and what they're trying to offer their consumers. So you're gonna notice that it's got a very nice packaging. It's a pretty periwinkle blue, if you've seen some movies, not quoting any, on the outside. It's very clear and easy to read, and you're gonna see that it's 3%. This is actually labeled a little bit differently than products in the US, which are usually labeled as per dropper full of milligrams of CBD or the total amount of CBD in the bottle. This is labeled as a percentage of the entire bottle, which is, it was a little confusing to me as an American consumer, but once I started digging into it, it actually made a whole bunch of sense. It does have 1 milligram of CBD per dropper, so you know if you're taking a half a dropper, that's about 15 drops or about 15 milligrams of CBD. So when you get it, you're gonna notice that on both of them, it does have the batch number, but it also talks about all of the different products that are inside of it. And so you can see that they actually have omegas in it, and it is using a hemp seed oil as the carrier base. Okay, so now let's actually talk about taking this product. The first thing that you're going to notice when you open it up is it has a very pungent smell. Like, you don't even have to get it that close to smell it. You can smell it from here. It's very strong, very earthy flavored. And I actually smell kind of a bunch of pine needles almost. And that's actually due to the terpenes. Terpenes inside the cannabis plant are what gives it its flavor. And this one tests really high for limonene, which is the same terpene that's found in lemons. But believe it or not, it's also found in pine needles, which is something I learned while doing this review. And so it made a whole bunch of sense to me that I finally, that's why I smell pine needles. It is very, very strong, and the flavor does stay with you. So definitely keep that in mind when you are considering purchasing this product. However, I wanted to tell you that the first time I used it, I used 15 drops, which is about a half a dropper full, about 15 milligrams of CBD. I took it, and within 30 minutes, I fell asleep. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I stayed asleep the whole night, which is basically a miracle. So this is very, very, very effective. I didn't need to take it the next day because I didn't really hurt. And so I found myself just supplementing with this as I needed throughout the day, which sometimes it was never. Sometimes it was in the middle of the day, like when I was ready to pull my hair out. And then I wouldn't have to even take a full dropper full. A half a dropper or even a quarter of a dropper was enough to take the anxiety away and help me to get focused and get a whole bunch of stuff done. Actually, this just happened. I was working on something and I got really, really stressed out. So I took a quarter of a dropper, which is about 7 or 8 drops, and I lost complete track of time, and I was almost late to my daughter's piano lessons because I was so focused. So this stuff is very effective, albeit it is also very, very, very strongly flavored. So now let's get down to the nitty gritty. When you go to purchase the Indica Raw Hemp 3, you'll notice that the value of it's actually pretty good. It's they consider this a moderate strength with about 30 milligrams of CBD per dropper. I consider this a little bit on the higher strength dose, a higher concentration. It does come in a 10 milliliter size bottle, which is a little slower, but it is very effective. So cost per milligram, it's very, very, very reasonably priced, and you'll really appreciate that. You'll also notice that it works. Like, a little bit goes a long way. It's very, very, very effective at what it does to help reduce anxiety, reduce residual pain, and to help you sleep. And so you don't need as much, which helps to maybe cushion the purchase price just a bit. The one thing that you definitely want to keep in mind is that this stuff is strong flavored. Like, it's strong. And so if flavor profiles definitely get to you, if that's something that you can't get over, even with a little bit of water, you might still taste it. Keep that in mind with this Indica Raw. But oh my gosh, it's not like you're sitting here taking this as your dessert. You're taking this because you're seeking relief from anxiety, or you're taking this to help you sleep, or maybe some relief from inflammation. So if you take it with that in mind, like, I'm not taking this because it tastes good, I'm taking it because it freaking works, then just take it and then go chase it with your cake, okay? And then you'll definitely love the Indica Raw 3. Before we go, remember that this Indica Raw Hemp 3% has 1 milligram of CBD per dropper, or about 30 milligrams of CBD per dropper full. It does have about 2.2% THC, which is the legal limit in Europe, and you can get it both in Europe and in the US. It is strongly flavored, so keep that in mind, but it is such an effective product, and the price point is so easy for you to get into. In my opinion, it's really worth your time and your investment to try this product out. Let me know if you've tried it. I, for one, love it. I definitely will be keeping this around my house. It is very effective. It works. It does taste strong, but I really appreciate how little I have to take to get all of the benefits from the CBD. And I also appreciate the fact that it isn't that expensive to procure, if you will. I'd love to know what your thoughts are if you've tried it. And if you want to learn even more about all of the different hemp products on the market, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel. Once again, my name is Jennifer Dixon with Green Valley Nation, and I can't wait to see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.